Welcome to Worthington Home. I'm Chris. The other day, I decided to meet someone who's a viewer of this channel. We had been in touch a little bit, and it turned out she had a day off that corresponded to a day that I could go thrifting. We decided to meet for coffee at Starbucks in Cheshire and then head to the Goodwill in Cheshire afterwards. And we had such a fantastic time. It was really good timing for me, especially if I'm gonna be a little bit selfish about it, because I had just finished, well, I hadn't finished, but I had spent the night before getting things ready for my estate sale, my online estate sale pickup. And so I had spent hours and hours and hours packing up things and getting orders organized. I knew I still had to do all of the things in the barn, so I was about halfway through. I had also stayed up late that night so I could list things on eBay that were going to be featured in the following day's video. So anyway, I had been really just lighting the candle at both ends. I was very tired. So the opportunity to go meet somebody for coffee and just have a thrifting day was about as close to heaven as I could imagine at that point. So we met, it was fantastic. We got along beautifully. I'm going to apologize for the lawnmower sounds in the background. Eric is mowing the lawn. And she gave me such a thoughtful gift, and I'm excited to show it to you because I love it. So this was a two-part gift, and here is the first part. The first part are these beautiful pieces from Limoges, France. Look at the pattern on these. It is a beautiful pattern, and let me show you the back stamp. So this is a Haviland piece, Limoges, France. I absolutely love it. She had told me in advance that there were some imperfections, and as you know, if you watch this channel, I don't mind imperfections on pieces if they're just for me. I think it's really sort of appropriate for old pieces to have a little dings of wear and age. I mean, I know I have some dings from wear and age, and I just think they give things more personality. So that's not something that I ever mind. And if anything, I think it adds to the charm. Here is a sweet little creamer. Look at the sort of double handles on this. I've never seen that before, but I thought that was a beautiful element. And here is the back stamp, same as the piece I just showed you, of course. And then this pretty little, this is like maybe a butter pat. It is so small and dainty. And then she gave me, if this weren't enough, and this is frankly more than enough, and I was not expecting anything, of course, she also gave me this beautiful plate. Now this is a plate I had seen when I did a filming segment at Cindy's Unique Shop in Wallingford, Connecticut. And I had been so tempted by this plate, but the price was just a little more than I wanted to pay for it. It was a perfectly fair price. I am not criticizing the price, but it was just a little more than I wanted to pay in that moment. But I loved it, and if I'm honest, it was rather haunting me. So she bought it. I had no idea she bought it. And this is so interesting because it seems to have a signature of a Haviland on it from 1967. So I don't know, is this person related to the Havilands who designed these pieces in Limoges, France? Not really sure. But I absolutely love this. So I am so excited to put these in my cabinet. I haven't done it yet because I wanted to wait until I filmed this so I could show you. But I was so touched by her thoughtfulness, and boy, does she know me. I wanted to show you where I put my new Limoges pieces. So there's a cup and saucer. There's the pretty plate that was signed. The little, what I think is a butter pat, and another little cup. And I put the creamer down here. And I think they look so pretty in my Limoges cabinet. I'm gonna need a bigger Limoges cabinet soon. That's a good problem to have. Now, here's for the bad part. So the bad part is I was really tired. And so I did something I really almost never do. I do it sometimes, but very, very rarely. And that is I opted not to film that day. I was just really tired. I was enjoying talking to Denise. I was just sort of taking it all in. I just didn't have a lot more energy to, in addition to talking to somebody, looking at all the stuff and figuring out what to buy and what was the resale value if I was gonna pick it up, and film and make sure that filming was interesting and my hand was as steady as I could make it, and all the things. I thought, oh, maybe I won't even find anything and then I won't feel bad about filming, but then I found some good stuff and I didn't film it. So I'm sorry. I mean, 9.99 out of 10 times I film when I go thrifting. This one time, I just needed a little chill day. But I can show you the haul. It was a really good haul. And I got some pieces that I have not picked up before. So I thought that was kind of neat. So let's get to it. Okay, so I found this great apple baker. This is a great little pottery piece. Now, when I saw this, of course, I immediately thought, I'll put rings on it. I'll put bracelets on it. And Denise had to say, no, to bake with it. Well, you know I don't cook. I love jewelry. I love accessories. I love china and pottery and porcelain. But yeah, baking is not usually the first thing that comes to my mind, unless I'm picking up a new cookbook, of course. But this is a little piece made in Maine. And you'd make baked apples on this, I guess. So before this goes on my store, I am definitely going to try this guy out because I am definitely intrigued. So I picked this up. It was 99 cents, so you can't beat that. I don't remember what the color of the day was. What was the color of the day? It might have been yellow. I think it was yellow because I was debating about this big stack of what I think are dessert plates. They have this very pretty rim, and I want to get a better look at these on the back. So I'm going to open this up. Hold on one second. Okay, here are the plates. I think you can get a much better look at them. Excuse the scissors. Now that I have them unwrapped, isn't that so pretty? The design of this is really, really lovely. They were $9.99. I think they were half off. Isn't that awful that I can't remember? It was a few days ago, and it's all a blur. But these were made in Germany, and I don't know, I guess the pattern is called Luxor. Not 100% sure, but I think that must be the name of the pattern. And I know this is a really good maker. I've actually had this maker before on estate sales, and it's done well there. So hopefully that will translate to eBay, because I also got 6 teacups and saucers. And I try not to store too many teacups and saucers because they really take up some room. I think maybe you can see the name even better on this teacup. Oof, that is a mouthful. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. I think my tongue will be in knots if I do. But anyway, I did pick these up because I thought they were lovely and a little bit different, and the price was right. And I know it's a good maker, even though it's not something I usually carry on my eBay store. So I decided to take a little risk on these, and they will be popping up on my store very soon. Hopefully by the time you're watching this video, they'll already be on there. On occasion, things are actually sold before my video airs. But I do try to list pretty close to the time that video is going to post. So hopefully, if you're interested, they will be there. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you sort of skeeves me out. I shouldn't say that and then be like, buy it on my eBay store. That's like not good marketing, is it? Let's start again. This next thing is beautiful and everyone should want to purchase it. No, honestly, this is apparently an apparatus for cooking a chicken. Not one of my chickens. My chickens just lay eggs and then they retire in their like chicken senior citizen-ness. Never do they end up in a pot, not ever. But some poor chicken, I guess, ends up being cooked potentially in something like this. I'm not 100% sure how this works. I will try to do some research, and if I can give you a better explanation for how this works, I will put it right here. I did a bit of research and came up with a recipe from Rita May, who has a cooking blog. I'll include a link in my video description in case you want to check it out. According to Rita, you rinse the chicken and pat it dry, then stuff it with your favorite ingredients, herbs, salt, pepper, onion, that sort of thing. Then you fill the well, that circular insert that sticks up out of the cooker, with whatever you choose. Rita likes butter, herbs, and lemon juice, which sounds delicious. Then you put the chicken on the well, legs down, and Rita assures us that it will be secure there and won't slip off. Then she butters and seasons the outside of the bird and plugs the neck hole. I'm actually trying not to gag right now, with tin foil to keep the steam and juices inside. Then the chicken goes into a cold oven that you set for 350 and roasts for 60 to 90 minutes. You don't baste it. When it's done, you skim the fat off the well. Again, I'll say ew, and use whatever is left to spoon over the chicken. Rita promises that this chicken will be amazing and compares it to beer can chicken, if that means something to you. She also pointed out that Tumbleweed is a family-owned business and made in the USA. So that's the story. Okay, hopefully I actually had something that I could share with you there. Anyway, this was made by Tumbleweed Pottery. So this is a pottery piece, and it was $4.99. I do think it has great colors and an interesting shape, and you probably could use it for something other than cooking chickens. Oh my goodness. I mean, I do eat chicken, but I'm like, I eat meat-ish, but I'm squeamish about it. So anyway, this looks weird and is weird, and I don't know, but it's gonna be in my eBay store, so run out and buy it. I probably should find a different job, huh? Okay, shifting gears. Now we need to talk about something more elegant and refined, because that will make me happier. So while I was shopping in Goodwill, and I have to say, Denise was awesome. She was so helpful. She's like, I'll get you a carriage. And she was like, what about this piece? And like, it was, so much fun. It was like in every single way conceivable. It was like the day I needed to have after being so busy. It was a total like mental reset and refresh. But anyway, while we were shopping, we were actually stopped by 2 other viewers of the channel. And it was so fun. And it was also fun because my friend was like, wow, you must get stopped a lot. No, I don't. Very rarely, almost never. It was very unusual, but it was lovely to meet viewers of this channel. I love it when it does happen. And one of the viewers definitely found a place in my heart because she gave me something to put in my cart that I don't know that I would have found on my own. I sometimes breeze through glassware. I really love clear glass very much, but it doesn't sell. And I'm trying to sell things. I do keep a lot of things, as you know. But, and then when I buy like glasses and mugs and stuff, they do sell, but they hang out for a while. I prefer to get things like teacups and saucers because I think they're so beautiful. I'm more wary about big, huge sets of them unless I think they're something special or something, particularly worth featuring on my store and potentially storing over time. So I do look in the glass section, but I tend to not look too hard there. So I think I would have missed these, and I'm so glad that the viewer of this channel didn't, and I'm even happier that she was so kind. She let me take them, and it's because she already had a set that was very similar. That was a lot of preamble for me showing you these beautiful hand-painted glasses. These are so beautiful. I am keeping them. There's a set of 4. So there's 2 pink ones and 2 yellow ones. They were only 99 cents each, which was a great price for them. And what this person told me, and she really seemed like somebody who knew her stuff, she told me that these were made in the 20s and 30s, which, I really did not know, and will have to learn more about. But regardless, I love them, and I'm definitely going to keep them. I think they're going to go in my corner cabinet, which is right in front of me, where I put glasses that I use from time to time. I was so happy to have them. I really think they're awesome and very special. And if that viewer is watching, thank you so much. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you, I kind of went back and forth on because It was a bit expensive for Goodwill and for me when I resell. It was $9.99, and it's this big covered like cooker. I don't know if this is a casserole. I think this is a cooker of some kind. It has like a vent hole in it. It has this sort of great top to it. It's in perfect condition. It needs a really good wash, but there's no chips or cracks or anything on this piece. Let me show you the back stamp. It has the person who last owned its name on it. And it's really interesting because it's a haul piece, and I really like haul pieces very much. But it says Ernest John Creations on the back. And it seemed to me in my early, just very, very basic research while I was in the store, that this seems to be something that could sell at a good price point. Now, I couldn't find easy comps for this on eBay, which is sometimes a good thing. Sometimes that's because you've got something that isn't like crazy plentiful all over the place. Sometimes it's not a good thing because it means that people just aren't buying the thing that you have. So it's a calculated risk, but given that it was a haul piece, I decided to give it a shot. And like I said, that particular maker was associated with some pretty high sales. So I figured this would come home with me and I'll see how it does. So a bit of an experiment, but I think an experiment worth making. So keep your fingers crossed for me and we'll see how it does. As you know, if you watch this channel, I often pick up Mikasa pieces on my travels, and I found some Mikasa pieces on this thrifting trip. So a pair of candlesticks, they were wrapped together, which is why they didn't end up separated. Candlesticks at Goodwill so often end up separated, and I don't usually pick up singletons. It's not unknown for me to do that, but I don't often do it. These are really pretty. These are just porcelain, and I really like the shape of them because of the color, obviously just a plain white color. These will look nice on anyone's tablescape, regardless of the kinds of china or dinnerware that they use. Here is the little Mikasa back stamp in the corner. And I thought these were great. These will be going on my eBay store. And then I picked up this pretty little lusterware plate. So this little guy, I believe, was half off. I really liked the bird. Lusterware doesn't tend to be a super strong performer, but when I see something this pretty, I'm just too tempted not to take it home. So this guy came home with me. So this day that we were at Goodwill, there were a lot of beautiful linens, lots of really attractive bedding, some very pretty tablecloths. Wilson needs to move. I'll be right back. Okay, he was perilously close to my lighting cord. Even though I moved it out of the way, he kind of went around the table in a weird direction. So we're good. Anyway, they had a lot of textiles, bedding, linens, tablecloths, all kinds of really pretty things at the store on this day. The prices were a little bit on the high side. I probably would have bought more things if the prices hadn't been a little high. But I was excited to buy this very pretty bedspread that I'm gonna try in my son's room. You see it's like quilted and it has these like medallions. And I really like the colors on this. Here's another side of it that you can see maybe the colors better. Yeah, it's got this pretty light blue, and his room has that color on his walls. So I think this might look really, really nice there. And I think it's gonna match the shams that he already has. His shams are striped. They are not this exact pattern, but I think they will look nice together. So I'm gonna give this a good wash, and then I'm gonna try that out on his bed. And I think it will be worth it. Oh, of course, I just tossed it in the corner without telling you the price. Let me find out what the price is. The price was $12.99. So, you know, here's the thing. I could not go to any store and buy such a pretty quilt bedspread for $12.99, not even if I went to, you know, Kohl's or Target or Walmart or something. So I think it's a good buy. We pulled it out in its entirety and searched it for any potential stains, and there were none. I'm getting the weirdest sun glare. Oh, there's sun glare there too. Oh no. Where? Oh, here. I'll come over here. So we searched it for any signs of stains or damage, and we didn't find any. So I think that was a good find. And even though, you know, $12.99 for a quilt at Goodwill, I don't know, is that a little high? Seems a little high to me. I think it's very pretty. I think it will look nice in the room, and I'll show you after I wash it exactly how it looks. I wanted to show you the new little quilt slash bedspread that I put on Zach's bed. I think it looks really nice. It's in excellent condition. It is very, very soft. And I think the colors are really perfect with the colors of the wall. And it looks nice folded over because then you can see sort of the bigger medallions on the other side. So actually both sides are really nice. There's William Shakespeare. And I think it looks really attractive here. I'm very happy with it. It matches really well. I think it was a good buy. And goodness knows his old bedspread was starting to look a little bit ragged. Iris is loving this. And yeah, I think this was a good pickup. I wasn't 100% sure that it would work, but I think it's working really well. And Iris loves it too. Look how happy she is. And also very close. So as we were in the checkout line waiting to cash out on all the things that I had bought, I saw some stuff that was on a rack behind the counter. And I spotted a coat that I really liked. So I asked the cashier if those things were available for sale or if they were on hold for somebody else. And she said that yes, they were on sale. So I really liked this pretty puffer jacket. It's in this kind of creamy color, which doesn't scare me because these are washable. It has this great striped lining. It almost reminds me of like those old Patagonia wool blankets in these kind of striped colors. And it still has its original tag on it, so it was never worn. The tag says stripes, which is appropriate, HBC, so I don't know what that means. But I really liked it, so I decided to try it on, and it was a nice fit, and so I bought it. It was $20. $20. Again, you know, would you expect to maybe do a little better than that at Goodwill? Maybe, but still had its tags on. It was a great fit. I think it's a really practical piece, and I think I'll use it a lot. So let me Okay, so I just put the jacket on. The dogs were barking at who knows what. I think they're starting to get antsy because it's getting close to their lunchtime. But here is the coat. It has a cute little hood in the back, and you can see, let me see if I can back up and give you a better view. Here it is. Nice pockets. Iris was getting really close to my breakables, so now she's moved. But I'm really happy with this. I think it fits really well. It's comfortable, it's nice and warm, but it doesn't feel super bulky the way puffers sometimes can. And I think it would be big enough. I got a size large, I'm usually a medium, with the idea that I could put kind of bulkier sweaters underneath this. Oh, the cat. No, she's okay. I could put, no, she's not. Okay. I'm back. So with the idea that I could put bulkier sweaters and things under this, and it's nice and long, which is good because some of my cardigans for the winter are also very long. And obviously I don't want my cardigans to poke out under my coat. Just looks kind of messy. So this was a good find. I was really happy with it. And I'm gonna wash this and then it will go into the coat closet until the weather turns and it's time to bring out the winter coats. It will be here soon enough. Okay, here's the haul, including a random pen. Is it me or does this look like slightly like, I don't know. Does it have a bedpan kind of look, except for this protuberance in the middle? I don't know, this is a really weird piece. We're just gonna have to see how that does. Here are the gorgeous glasses. I love these. Let's look inside to get the full effect. Aren't they so beautiful? And when I wash them, they will look even better, of course. Here's the nice big stack of dishes. Oh my goodness. Iris is eating the lighting. Iris, she can't hear me, so why am I calling her? Stop it. Weirdo. Wilson's napping, he doesn't care. So I showed you those pretty plates. Here are the Mikasa candlesticks. Very nice. There is the bird plate, the lusterware bird plate. I don't think I showed you the back stamp on this. Made in Japan, nothing fancy there, just that little bit of writing, but that could be a very pretty decorative piece. Oh, it's another Iris sighting. Iris, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to feed this girl in a minute. Here's the little apple baker. I can't wait to try this guy out. And the teacups I showed you before. And here is the absolutely beautiful Limoges pieces that I showed you before. I had them stacked up a little bit. I cannot wait to get these in the cabinet, and I'll show you what they look like. So, not a huge haul, but I'm really happy with it. I wanted to give you a little update on our door project. As you can see, it's installed. We still need to finish up some bits and pieces and paint and that kind of stuff, but it totally works. So here's the deal. We open the door, we come in this little entryway, we close the door behind us so that little kitties can't come in here, but the dogs can be in here. And that way we can open up this door and they can go out into the dog run without the cats also slipping out with the dogs. And then this way too, we can kind of leave this door open with no fear of the cats getting out. And that's helpful because Wilson needs to take his time coming up the stairs, and he won't start to come up the stairs unless the door is left wide open for him. He's a funny guy. And that way he can come all the way in and Licorice can race up the stairs like a nut. We can shut the door after them. And then, I don't want to spin. Here we go. You can see there's a kitty right there. We can open this door, let the dogs out. And if the cats sneak out behind us, they can't get anywhere because that door to the outside is already closed. So this will keep them so much safer. This was a project much discussed and a long time in the works, but it is working great. Right, Indy? Indy, do you want to say anything? Kitty. Yep. You just got a little not much. So that's what I have for you today. It was a thrifting trip that you didn't get to see, but a haul that you did get to see. And I really like what I found, kind of an interesting mix of things. Definitely some things that were a little bit outside of my comfort zone, but I think that's good. It's always good to try some different things. I'm always learning. So we'll see how some of this stuff does. I am cautiously optimistic. And hopefully I'll hear that little eBay cash register sign telling me I got a sale and all is good. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. I have to move the cat again. Okay, she's so big. Please hit like and subscribe wherever you are and whatever you're doing. I hope you have a great day. And I also hope to see you next time. Do you hope to see them next time? Are you going to kiss me? This is very romantic. This is a family channel, so not too romantic. Goodness. I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.